walk around the city getting looks. I'm looking like a tiger in the woods. My homie asked me, do you even sleep, dog? Man, I hardly even eat, dog. I got some other shit up on my plate, like how I wanna be great. But everybody sound like Drake, and I don't wanna be the same, so I spit it like a stray. But sometimes I be feeling low. I don't let nobody see it though, cause if they did, they probably called it doc. Pushing pills, got him chillin' on a mega yacht. Yeah, lifestyles of the nameless. Mr. Robot with a little bit of shameless. Execs talking like they know they gotta tame us. I told them they can hate us, but we never going basic. Better hope I'm feeling nice today. I'm super pretty, but I get a little mood day. No blue jay. I'm in the lab like it's Goose Bay. I got these voices in my head, I bet you wonder what they do say. I'm sipping Jameson with Jamie and Becky, but Jamie's son keep on interrupting my sexy. And Becky's such a Trekkie that she hates that I'm so low. My aunt's all I want, so she calling me loco. But if I'm loco, then you loco too. A locomotive, show the Lotus what I gotta do. I smell the roses, got me thinking about my last one. I'll probably see her at my shows when the cash comes. But if it doesn't, then I'm out of luck. And if it doesn't, I don't give a fuck. Cause all I wanna do is make my brother proud. You the reason that I look up, but my feet up on the ground. Baby girl had it all planned out. Whipping daddy's bands, now she all zanned out. I really couldn't handle it, I'm not mad now. Cause I've been mining for the gold and now it all panned
out. What is up guys, and welcome back to another video. As you've seen from the montage, the Volvo is finally back in Bristol. The engine swap is finally complete. Well, 95% of the way there. And a lot has changed since the end of part 3. So let me show you exactly what's happened. Alright, let's start with the most important part, under the hood. And as you can see, it is looking a hell of a lot different from the end of part 3. The main bulk of the engine that's different, all of this chrome pipe work. The intercooler is finally in the car, all plumbed up. It is now a sealed, complete system. I'll show you in more detail in a minute. I'll also pop some pictures up in the middle of the screen showing you what it was like with the bumper off, because you can't really see the intercooler through the grille, but it is sat just there and I'm touching it with my finger. Obviously this is coming into the intake manifold from this side, goes around, wraps around like any basic intercooler system, and comes over to this side, comes through here like these nice jaggedy little holes I made with the hole saw. Proper bodge job there. It just follows this line round, got a bend that goes past the brake fluid reservoir, that goes there, and then that connects to the outlet of the turbo, which is just tucked behind there, near the engine block. And then intake, we've literally just got a 180 bend pipe, MAF sensor and air intake. I think it looks very cool, it looks pretty different, and it certainly looks a hell of a lot fucking cooler than the old original engine. So happy with that, all works well. As you can see here, manual boost controller connected up to the turbo wastegate. What does that mean? More power. I will do a video soon on that. Now, from all of this mess of pipework at the back, the cooling system is fully plumbed in. We've mainly used these like flex coolant hoses that are in the bottom and top of the radiator here. These are actually really useful. But yeah, all of the coolant system is connected up, engine is cooling properly, we're getting coolant reading on the instrument cluster just in there, and we've got a new coil and ignition amplifier unit because the last one was a little bit fucked, so I decided to replace that. Only thing that isn't finished on the coolant system is the heater matrix. 2 loose hoses here, so the car doesn't actually have heating at the moment, but that will be getting sorted in the future. I'm not sure if in part 3 the brakes are working, but the brakes are definitely working now. Just had to get a nice vacuum, make some custom PCV line for the vacuum feed. That's just connected into the intake manifold there. Obviously all the turbo is now plumbed up as well. We got oil and coolant lines for the turbo, and obviously there's another 2
wrapped around underneath as well, but you can't really see those very well. Okay, so the other major thing that has changed is the whole fuel system has been revamped, let's say. So as you know here, this was the original fuel pump we were using. This was in part 3. Okay, so we've also got a inline fuel pressure gauge, which is also new. The car is actually running too high at the moment. It's running about 6.5 bar of fuel pressure. We want it to be running right around 4.5 to 4 bar, and even that is slightly too much. The car's got a slight misfire at the moment, which may be caused by that high pressure, because it could be overwhelming the fuel pressure regulator, which is here, causing it to run too rich and then get a bit of misfire. But for the most part, the car is running pretty good. Back on the fuel system, all of these lines here, if you remember last time, were the carb lines, 6mm, and that was not free flowing nearly enough for a fuel injection system, so they have all been updated to 8mm lines now throughout the whole car, which I will show you in a second when I quickly show underneath. Pretty much, I think that's it. Obviously, the pipe work makes the engine look a lot more complete than it did in part 3. We've had a new alternator on this car, a new water pump, timing kit's also been done. New engine, new exhaust. As you can see off the turbo downpipe here, this was the stock downpipe that came with the car. I wrapped it in heat wrap for the moment, and we have built a custom new exhaust, which is not actually complete, I must say. It's currently exiting at the middle of the car. I'll show you as best as I can. Alright, both my torches are dead, which is absolutely great, but obviously, if you can see that, I don't know if it's picking well on camera, right at the back of the car there, we have pretty much a straight loud car ruining the shot. We have a straight pipe that's just coming from the center of that downpipe, made some custom bends in there, and this is straight all the way right now just to a middle box, which I don't think the camera can pick up. There we go, there's that middle box, which we're using the existing mountings for there. Got some polybush exhaust bracket mounts there. So the car's got a second fuel pump now, which can be turned off with the old nitrous arming switch. That's now wired up to this pump. So we got two on there just so it can, both the pumps aren't that expensive, they're both quite cheap. This one basically draws fuel from the tank, obviously, which is just here, right at the back, sends it through a filter, and then the other one then helps just draw it all along the car and then obviously into the fuel rail. So that's under the car. You've seen pretty much under the bonnet. Inside the car, you've seen in part 3, ECUs are now located in the glove box, because why not? I mean, there's not really many more places I could have mounted it. That's actually dry, and I wanted to keep the engine bay looking as neat and tidy as possible. We've replaced the stereo with this. This is a triple gauge holder. As you can see, we've currently got turbo boost pressure plumbed into it. We got oil pressure and volts still to connect up. That'll be another video. The radio's gone. My new music solution is just down here. Here is the switch for that secondary fuel pump I was talking about. This is the pump at the rear of the car, and if I turn it on, you might be able to hear it on camera. Pumping fuel through the car. Most of the time when it's running, I have that turned on as well as the first pump, although the car can run with just that one at the front of the engine. It just struggles a bit more and it's a bit louder, so might as well use both, and that creates less strain on both pumps, which will mean they last longer. We've also got these two switches down here, as you would have seen in the montage clips. These are not wired up to anything at the moment. If you've got any suggestions of things I can wire these up to, leave them in the comments. I might make one a fan override switch, just so if the car is having any kind of heating issues, which it isn't at the moment, I can just have the fan on permanently rather than it relying on a temperature sensor. So I think that is pretty much it. A couple honourable mentions which have been shown in the previous videos, but I haven't actually talked about. These are the new wheels I now have sat on the car. These are some BBS wraps, just picked them up really cheap. I did put a post on my Instagram, which you can go follow at HGV Harry. if you want to find out more stuff, what I'm doing to the car that's not necessarily being filmed. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with those. Lug nuts definitely need to be changed, or at least painted, because they are pretty grim at the moment. Other honourable mention is big thank you to Alex for sourcing me one of these spoilers, factory OEM stock wings. It actually changes the car a lot. I really like it, and it makes it just look a little bit sportier. When we get some nice weather as well, I'm also going to do like a POV driving video, just so you guys can get a sense for what the car is sort of like to drive, what it sounds like, because the flutter on this sounds pretty good, and that's probably an understatement. So yeah, stay tuned for all of that. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Lots of more videos coming very regularly on the Volvo. I've still got the Audi, not really doing much to it at the moment. Who knows, maybe I will in the future. But yeah, like, comment and subscribe. Follow my Instagram if you haven't already, up here at HGV Harry. And I will see you in the next video, which will be out very shortly.